Let's start streaming as the program loads. So, is it live? Yeah, we're live. Don't say fuck or bugger. And welcome to episode 20 of Dyson Sphere program. And in this episode, I have accomplished some. Wow, all seriously. So I did a bit of work when I was out. Thought I don't feel like doing any brain work. Let's just put up a mining establishment, and I just thought to myself, there's nothing really exploitable here. There's like a tiny coal vein, and it wasn't enough. So if I can continue, I'll be able to show you what I mean. So I thought to myself, I can't really use fusion power because deuterium is being used. As you can see, it's being used in a fair old bit here. We got a decent amount because strange matter is needed for the construction of Dyson Sphere. So where am I? I am at Ursa Majoris IV, and as you can see, I've got this one's been converted into a oil refinery of sorts. So, you know what? If I ever do another oil refinery, I'm going to do it differently to this, because you see, I've got it there, and then because it takes a while to figure out, like, okay, I do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 line. It takes a while to figure that stuff out, so I've replicated it here. It would have been much nicer if I just put the substation there, and then this bit could have been occupied. But anyway, as you can see, we got refined oil coming out there, and we've got hydrogen coming there. Now, I could do X-ray cracking to further enrich hydrogen, but I've got enough hydrogen. So really, it's a facility to produce refined oil, and as you can see, we got ourselves a fair old bit of refined oil. That's in the use for plastics. There's plastic, which you can make organic crystals with, which is good, because eventually I'll run out of organic crystals as a mineable resource. But it's also used for this, which is used for making the assembly machine Mark III's, which I don't make much of, nor information matrix, the purple cube. So, well, this planet explains it. So what's this? This is a new building, right? This is a new building, and if I come over, I'm trying to see, I think I got it somewhere. These are just fractionators which sort out hydrogen into deuterium. See, hydrogen goes there, and then sort of goes around, and then it goes back up to the distribution hub where it recirculates. Okay, so if I go to buildings, we got an accumulator which stores excess power, and then it will decharge it in times when there's peak demand. See, this is using a lot of strange matter, so it's a good thing I've got this this here facility. Right, so this is taking charged accumulators which have been fully charged somewhere else, and then as it decharges them, it goes through. Now, unfortunately, you can't use inserters or sorters on this one. And oh dear, I've just realised I've been doing all of this and no source is selected. So that's good, isn't it? I do apologise. Maybe that'll be a bit better. There we go. So here's our facility, and we got these buildings. They take charged accumulators and they decharge them. So rather, it is a placeable building, but it's also a commodity. Fully charged ones go in there, and it decharges, and it could decharge at a maximum rate of 45 megawatts a second. And then they go into here, and then they'll eventually get exported back to the planet. So here's our facility. There's the fractionators that sort out deuterium from hydrogen. There's our oil refining facility, which if I was going to do this again, I would have the substations in the middle. I'm not doing X-ray cracking to further refine hydrogen out of refined oil, because I've got loads of hydrogen from hydrogen gas in the things. And here's our strange matter facility, which takes deuterium, particle containers and iron, and then slowly but surely, using 12 megawatts each, it makes the strange matter. Why do I want strange matter? Because you take graviton lens and strange matter into there, but as you can see, not enough there. So really what I'm going to have to do is build another one of these somewhere. And let's just have a look. Are you getting... I mean, that's getting fully supplied with everything it needs. So I could make a longer line. But anyway, let's show you some other systems in... other planets in this system. So we go to Ursa Majoris 1. Am I doing anything on Ursa Majoris 3? I don't know. Well, let's go off to Ursa Majoris 3 and have a look, shall we? Let's have a look at Ursa Majoris 3. So, what have we got in this system? If I go there, we've got fractal, silicon, spiriform stalactite crystal, and sulfuric acid. So we've got loads of things which are useful. So this is primarily a mining thing, and then I just thought, you know what? We need more graviton lenses, so how about I make a facility just for manufacturing that? And it turns out now I need more strange matter, which is what I will be doing back on that frozen wasteland. So this is our ocean planet, and as you can see, oh look, I've managed to land in the ocean. So yeah, what have we got here? We've got crude oil being pumped. We've got stalactite crystals, and that's it. So there we go. There's our ocean planet. Come, let us leave this this sapphire jewel and go somewhere else. So there's that. There's Ursa Majoris 2. I don't think I'm doing anything there, but let's fly to it even so I can show you that. Here's me not doing anything to it. Whoops. Bit too fast there. Yeah. Well, alright. I'm not doing anything there, so there we go. It's just an arid wasteland. And there's Ursa Majoris 1. So let's get to the... Now, this one is tide-locked to the sun, like... Is Mercury tide-locked? I'm not sure if Mercury is tide-locked, but it just means one side of this planet is always facing the sun and the other one isn't. So it would be a good place to put solar panels or ray receivers, because you know they're always going to be on all the time. But anyway, let's go here. And what have we got on this planet? Well, we have some big sulfuric acid lakes. More of this convert... so I don't need to actually like have fusion or coal. However, let's get to one of these so I can recharge myself. And let's put in a couple more so I recharge faster. Because after this I'm going to be doing a jump back to 168 Scorpio. Right, so that should recharge me. Let's have a look at this planet. So, sulfuric acid, yeah, there's one of the poles. What have we got here? We have got titanium being produced there, iron being produced there, steel there, and titanium alloy here. Titanium alloy takes titanium, steel, and sulfuric acid. And because it only produces 5 every minute, I've made 2 lines of this. And that's good, because we need... Well, what do we need titanium alloy for? Let's have a look. What is the titanium alloy used in? It is used for miniature particle colliders. I want some more of those. Artificial stars, not ready for that yet. It's used in reinforced thrusters, which is good. And it's used in deuterium fuel rods, which is also used. And it takes more of those bloody super magnets. I need to make just another facility for those. But yeah, so we're primarily extracting sulfuric acid. There's also a few titanium and iron ore veins being tapped. Not really much being done with copper, because if I look at copper, copper's used in thrusters, microcrystalline components, electromagnetic coil and that. So yeah. So this is our planet. This is Ursa Majoris. So as you can see, a bunch of useful resources. Mostly the spiriform stalactite crystals turned into carbon nanotubes. Why do I like carbon nanotubes? What is it that I covet so much with these? If I click on a carbon nanotube, it tells me it's used as a frame material. It's also used in particle broadband, and it's used for the mini fusion power reactor. And the particle broadband, yeah, that's used to make the assembling machines. So that's where I need plastic, crystal, silicon, and carbon nanotube. There's fractal silicon, which I extracted, and I found out So there's two recipes for crystal silicon. One is you use high purity silicon, which you've made in the smelter. The other one is you use fractal silicon, a rare resource, and that's made in an assembler, not a smelter. Which, oh boy, was egg on my face when I first set up a smelting facility. I was like, what do you mean it doesn't work? And it's like, there's no recipe for turning crystal silicon into silicon crystal. Dinner Bocab DSR? Oh, I think that's the black hole with unipolar magnets. So what we got here? Curb and kelb. Ah, but if I follow this line there it is. So thankfully, due to those vessels, I have a line of activity which points the way to the star I need to go to. So let's go to 168 Scorpio. And this is the bit where I found out there's no hard and fast rules for making a Dyson Sphere. You can do any design you want. It's not going to collapse in under its own weight, which is good. So let's go towards there. And that we can already see it. It's it's a bit more visible than what it used to be. And here we go. On the edge. So a few are being launched from there, most are being launched from that moon. And if I go there, we can see that here's the old one, taking a while to fill up. There's the new one on top, filling up much faster. And why is that? Well, if I go into the Dyson Sphere node editor, so this is my first one, and in the first one I was like, how far apart can I stretch these nodes? I was being very frugal indeed. With this one, it's like, how close can I put these nodes? Because it turns out, each node you can't just send solar cells smack bang. It's like, there it is. They've got to go into a node, and then the node like has some means of conveyance where it sends them to form part of this structure here. As you can see, 40 gigawatts from my Dyson Sphere. It's not bad, is it? I mean, that's pretty good. And if you look there, there's no solar cells in a swarm. It seems they just, all of them are, as soon as they get launched, they are going out of their orbit towards one of these available things. So this is very small, not even complete, and already I'm getting 40 gigawatts of power from it. And I could get even more if I could fill these with graviton lenses. But as we've seen, the real bottleneck with making graviton lenses is power, and I also need a facility for doing it. So what do I want to do in this one? Well, the answer really is, I just wanted to show what I've been up to for the while. And that's it. You're supplying diamond. Okay. So how are we doing for power on this moon? Oh yeah, this is one of our facilities. I've also got it on the other moon as well, because there's an abundance of energy. I'm absolutely swarming with energy. So somewhere here it is. So this is a facility. The empty accumulators are there, and then the ones are there. So this, can I get to it? It's somewhere up here. Nope, there it is. So it's taking these and it's filling them up. And as you can see, 1/3 of our power being generated is being used for factories, and the other third is being used for accumulators. Well, I think we could do a bit more than that. And also, this here facility, well, that makes those. So, what if I just did... right, okay, I've seen what I've done there. So, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to temporarily say remote storage, so you're not going to demand anything from remote places. Now, local demand, nothing's coming from locally, so it must be the other moon where I'm building it. Right, so we're going to have a remote demand. Let's just have a few more of these. Oh yeah, that's right. I had to, yeah, I've got loads of those. Because why not? We got enough power. So let's pop one there. Nope. Let's pop one there. There we go. So instead of 8, we've now got 12. But I think we can support probably 14. Because if 8 was using a third of the power, 16 would use all of it, which is a bit too much. So if I do 14, 15 it will do. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's 14 and there's 15. Hokey dokey, piddly pokey. Good morning, job seekers. And how are we today on this most unpleasant of occasions? 1, 2, 3. And I think that'll work, yes, because that has 3 exits and that's got those 3 need supply. Righty then, so let's go 1 in the middle line. So do middle line, middle line, middle line. And then that will go to... This one probably goes all the way to there. So that one goes there. That one goes... Oh, this makes it easier. There we go. So they all go like so. And then we'll do that. That one goes there. This is the difficulty when you start being closer to the poles. Everything gets a bit screwy. So go from there to there. There to... Oh, it's not letting me do it because there's... Oh, I have to go all the way back there. Right. I don't want to delete that building. I just want to delete the conveyor belt, which it's not letting me do. Oh, thank you. That was so kind and considerate. Let's just rebuild it then. Right. There. Spent rods there. Yeah. Do that there. Because of course it's no point going like, oh yeah, you need a way to convey the all the things back. So, in fact, this idea just bring them out there, that seems a bit excessive. It doesn't need it. But let's just do it just for neatness and consistency's sake. Collides with other objects. So we got those. And now, why isn't this one working? Yeah, I want you to charge, and you've got a full load. And... So really, we're asking these to go in there. And... It is going in there. Ah, there we go. Right, so that's the backlog done with. So now all of these can happily go in there and there's not going to be any backlog. So what's our power consumption like now? Well, we see we've almost got 100%, so I think I was right to say that it can effectively take 16. So we're only consuming about 400, 300 watts here, 400 megawatts here. And the rest is all just being taken up with these chargers. So let's go to the moon. Oh, look at that. That is the ring of power. So where's this moon then? There's that moon. And my chimney's being very noisy today. It's very windy out there. I was out moving. I had my breakfast of fried steak, and I gotta say, steak fried in lard is better than steak fried in olive oil. So I shall be using lard in the future for that. Then I had some strawberries. No, strawberries was for after. So I had my breakfast, a steak. Then I moved logs from one part of the house to the other. Then, for afters, I had some strawberries. And they're alright. They were nice. Not too sweet, not too bland. Bit crunchy. Where's my charger? There's my chargers. They're on the other side. So we go over here. Zoom. We see the rockets are idle for the moment. I don't want them to fire anymore because... why don't I want the rockets to fire anymore? He asks himself. Because, really, we need the solar sails, to do their job, which is to fill up the nodes which I provided. Now, I said it was here somewhere, but I can't see it exactly. And this is the summer zone according to it, but despite it being the summer zone, none of these are firing. So where's my hang on. I'm there. Rocket launchers are there. I'm sure I had a facility for charging here. Where is it? There's a facility for making solar cells. Double check. I'm not going mad. There's no charging going on here. There's no accumulators. So... right. Oh. That's a bit strange. So there's nearly 2 gigawatts of power here. I mean, a fair bit's being consumed, but not much. So I think it's time we had a facility to do that. So let's have a charging facility. Right. So, we are going to have a just a Tesla tower there to give it some power. Like so. Yeah. We'll do that. You're requesting warpers. So, just 100 of those, please. There we go. And you're not supplying any. Putting some of these vehicles in it. There, it's got vehicles. Right, so we want spent accumulators. No, not oil refineries, not fraction. There it is, accumulators. And we're going to export full accumulators. So now, if I say I only want like that many, and do local demand, well, there's none available locally. So where am I building accumulators? Because I think to myself, I have enough I don't want to build more. And if I do remote demand, nothing's coming in, but that seems odd. No, I think I should have more than that, because I know for a fact I've got, like, spent accumulators on another planet, so why aren't you giving them to me? I don't understand. I mean, I even have, like, a... curious, very, very curious. Well, I will address this issue, because it needs addressing. But first of all, let's just see about where do these surely it's power? No, it's not under power. So is it under transportation? Yes, because it's the transportation of power. Okay. How odd. Why is it not getting any? Why am I not getting any? Oh, poor old Hobbit's not getting any. No, so there's none available here. Hang on, what's going on? I know for a fact on the other moon, because I saw it, there's a factory that's making these energy exchangers. So why can't I see it? What the devil's going on here? There's something going on, and I'm not sure what, but for whatever reason, that maybe the Interstellar Logistics Division are on strike, and that's worrisome. Yeah, why are you guys on strike? I mean, how is that even possible? How does that compute? I don't know. And I tell you what, that is cause for concern. I wonder if the cause for concern is still making music. Daft Punk recently gave up. I mean, the last album they released, was it Random Access Memories? That was a bit shit. Real letdown after Tron, that was good. But I guess after a while they just grow sick of each other, and it's like, you know what, fuck you. You know what, fuck you. Oh hee ha, oh hee ha. And that was that. And Daft Punk was numer. Shame, really. I think they've made some of the best music around, and especially the early 21st and 20th century, yeah. So, end of an era. Mind you, they may just be at the part where it's like, you know what, I can't make any more music. And that happens. Sometimes people, they just lose that creative nous. Right, so nothing's coming in. Let's try and ascertain and find out as to why nothing's coming in. So, well, there's a line of things, and okay, good, the other one's working. So let's fly off to that. Adjust our course because of the constant tugging from the gravitational pull. And, oh, bounced off, hit it at the wrong angle. Oh dear. Right, can I have control now, please? And let's try and hit it head on so I don't... There we go. You get the angle just right and you enter an orbit with it. You enter too sharp and you bounce off. Right, so here's a facility, and it's ordering in some spent accumulators from somewhere. Where that somewhere is, I can't say. And it is demanding them locally. What if I say you demand more? 174 arriving. What if I just say 10,000? There we go. Ah, so accumulators are being made locally. Where are they being made, though? That's what I want to find out. But they're being made on this moon. We have a... there we are. Here's a facility that makes accumulators. So, we are running out of these bastard supermagnetic rings. I hate these supermagnetic rings. I mean, I know what they need. They need, like, bloody electric turbines. So, you know what? Okay, well, I've got magnets on this place. I've probably got all the things I need to make them, so... Let's try and make a facility what makes the super magnets. I hate those super magnets. I mean, they are a very complicated... They have a long logistics train in order to make them, because... So, let's have a look at them. So, you're exporting super magnets. And for supermagnets, you need the following. You need electromagnetic turbines, you need energetic graphite, and you need to clear one's throat. Yes. Diamond? I think it's diamond. So look at that. No, it's magnets, electromagnetic turbines, and graphite. So it's just magnets. Okay, so pop those... And also request some logistics vessels. Can I request like 200? Local demand? Nope. Remote demand? Yep, there comes in 1,000. Alright, I'm going to be okay for those for a while. Oh yeah, and let's put some power in here. And might as well have just maximum charging because we can afford it. So we're going to local demand. No, not producing locally. Remote demand. And local demand. Remote demand. Local demand and remote demand. Yep. So there we go. So the bottleneck there is electromagnetic turbines. But let's pretend this wasn't a bottleneck. We're going to go ahead and build this facility, and on the assumption that we have all we need. So if I put one there, and then can I have like one either side? I'm going to try something a bit different this time. So if I put one round about, I'd say there. Let's go with there. And let's see, we got to have turbines. It's 3 ingredients, 1 output. So turbines and graphite. There's graphite. And then magnets. And let's see. Oh yeah, gonna need more of these and all. Right, so we do super magnets. Super bastard magnets. I hate super magnets. Really, it's telling me I need to make more electromagnetic turbines. So I've done all those, and then we're going to have a output lane, goes back there, and then goes there. And it's not going to be as nice and symmetrical as I want, because I've got 2 inputs there and 1 input there, and it's not right. Do I have those logistics vessels? Yes, I do. Oh, and that's as much as I can put in my inventory, so the rest is now doing that. Marvellous. So we're going to have some warpers in there. There we go. And yeah, we're just missing electromagnetic turbine, which is absolutely fine. We knew we were going to miss those. So if I do that, and then I put this one over here, electromagnetic turbine, put it there, do that there, and that there. Right, there we go. Then graphite. Yes, graphite. And then we shall need magnets. Ah, yes, but we're doing magnets slightly differently. So, magnets. So it probably needs 1, 2, 3, 4. Build on the 4th. Right. And then we do export it back. And then we've got, how many got we left? We've got 4 left, so we can do one more ring, one more lane of production. So we'll do it there. Right. And then we choose the recipe. We say super magnet ring. Super bastard magnet ring. I've been watching Kess and I hated it. What a rubbish film. You know what, Billy Casper? Fuck you. You brought all those problems on yourself. Nicking things, getting into trouble, being a knave. A lowly knave. You didn't deserve that, Hawk. And also, why is it like every single show that depicts the North is grim? Why isn't there just like, why isn't there one single show? It's like, here's the North, and it doesn't show people miserable and fighting and shouting at one another. Why does it always have to be so bloody grim? You know, maybe it's one of those things when you don't have enough sunlight and you're miserable all the time. Maybe that's it. Oh, but there's nice parts of the North. Yeah, during the summer. Mind you, where I live is miserable right now. And that's not just due to the lack of sunshine. Dark winter indeed. Interesting turn of phrase there, Joseph Biden. What's his, like... What's his middle name? Robina or something like that? He's got like a weird like middle name, like Ribena or something. He's Joseph R. Biden, and the R stands for, are you really a paedophile? And the answer is yes, he is. So let's put those in there. Oh, well, there's a bowl came to me. What's your proof? Just look at this photograph where he's kissing kids and he's groping them. There's my proof. And then we can do a final line down there. I hate these bastard super magnetic rings, I really do. So we'll do turbines. Yes, turbines, go there. Right, there's turbines. Then graphene. Graphene goes out there. There's graphene. Then we do magnets. Magnets. And then go, see, 1, 2, 3, build on the 4th. There's magnets. And you know what, as much as I'd like blueprints in this, because hey, you know what? I could just go, well, I've built this factory already, let's just copy and paste it. At least building things, scaling up, isn't too time consuming in this game. So let's have a go at this. Joe Robinette Biden. The R stands for Ravager of Kids. Robinette? So his name is Joseph Tap, as in taps into his paedophilic urges whenever the fuck he feels like it. Biden. The R stands for R. Kelly's got nothing on my paedophilic tendencies. Joseph Robinette Biden. Robinette? I mean, Robin would be one thing, but Robinette... I mean, they really want us like, hey, this kid's gonna grow up to be a wrong-un. Yeah, he might become the President of the United States. Why would, like, America ever vote for a paedophile? Yes, why indeed? Why would Americans definitely, like, you know, consciously of their own free will and volition, cast a ballot in favour of Joseph Biden? Why would they do anything? Why do they have aerosol cheese? In fact, yes, Americans, why do you have aerosol cheese? Why is that a thing? Does anybody need... I mean, weaponized... aerosolized cheese is a weapon of war. Nobody needs aerosol cheese for their cheese on toast. You know what? In England, we don't have aerosol cheese, and we get on perfectly fine. I think there needs to be government regulation on how much aerosol cheese people can have. In fact, I would say there's an outright ban. Nobody except the police needs aerosol cheese. Fucking aerosol cheese. Oh, I need this aerosol cheese. If I don't have the aerosol cheese... The Second Amendment was made because the British took our aerosol cheese. Yeah, the cans kept exploding. They're dangerous. You could have a kid's eye out with aerosol cheese. You don't... I mean, I even heard people are 3D printing their own aerosol cheese now. What is it? The FGC-9? Yes, it's the Fuck Gun Control 9. If anybody gets that joke, you are an extremist terrorist and you need to be rounded up. So... here's our incomplete facility, what makes the super magnets. We need electromagnetic turbines. So, let's find a spot of free land where we can make electromagnetic turbines. Well, first of all, I'm going to ascertain, do I have the room to make these things? So look, they've got plenty of coils, so maybe I've got motors in abundance as well. Let us pray that we have. Because if not, it means I'm going to have to produce yet more things. Right, so go there. Right. Now, first, you're requesting warpers. For the warp. Yes, the warp claims another soul in the warp. And I seem to have some energetic graphite, which I've claimed erroneously. I'm not going to get very far if I don't have the assemblers to make them. So let's make sure I've got those two. So next thing we need is assemblers, Mark IIIs, and let's just I would say 500 should be sufficient. Local demand, nothing on the local demand. So we'll do a remote demand, and then we do a local demand for this, a remote demand. And of course it gives me 1,000 because it never honours the request. Like, I want less than 1,000. Nope, not going to do that. Then in addition to that, we're going to need, what do we need? We need motors. Let's see, definitely need motors. And you need electromagnetic coils, or magnetic coils as they call them. And we're going to export those, so let's do local supply of those, yep. Local supply of those, nope, got nothing. Remote supply, oh, there we go, we got something. So we're just going to have this supplied locally, because it's going to take a while for the motors to arrive. And that will do us proud, as the Yorkshires say. We'll do you proud, blah, 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 from up north. Do you proud? Aye, I'll do you proud. I'll do you right up, I'll do you right up, you'll be proud. Do you right up, you'll be proud. Here, by gum, I'm from up north. And here comes our supply of motors. So now we have all the requisite components to make the electromagnetic turbines, but I don't have any assemblers. But I do have conveyor belts, so let us bring out... do I want to do this again? I know I can make 4 because it's 2 inputs, 1 output. So that is a ratio of 3 into 4 times. So as we got 4, let's go for... Oh, I got pins and needles. The time is past, so you know what? I'm going to go have my bath and... we'll come back to this. Yes, we will. But in the meantime, let's just try and establish... So, new design. So we're going to have that. So we'll do that. There we go. And then... can I have... clear and reset? No, we lost some. Well, not to worry. Plenty more where that came from, I can tell you now. I'll tell thee now. So excited you might do a proper crimble. Come along and sing with me, proper crimble. Come on, Arcus. You know what would have been a good way to end, Kess? Where people say, he goes to the counsellor, and instead of being the awkward, low-life scumbag that he is, when he's being asked the question of, so, you got any hobbies? It's like, yes, falconry. Oh, you got a falcon then? No, I have a kestrel. His name is Kess. Would you like to see him? And then he goes there, and then... they go back to the home, and then when he's being shown the hawk and he's found out... Oranges? Oh, thanks. There's some strawberries.
Yes, later.
Yeah, well, they need to be eaten today. Okay. So, let's say he goes with the employment counsellor and they go back home, because after all, his other teacher took an interest in his hobby. And then they find that his kestrel's dead because his half-brother Judd killed it. And... then his brother gets criminal prosecutions for doing that. And then the judge says, as recompense, you will buy your half-brother another, not just a kestrel, but a proper hawk. and he'll become a falconer, and then he gets a job in some country estate somewhere. And that would have been a good thing, because then he could have lived there, he could have had boarding, and yes, that would have been a good way to end it, rather than the fucking shit ending where it's just like, oh, life continues at normal, but it's grim up north. Oh, yeah. And that's supposed to be the premise of the story. It's like, I don't need a story to tell me it's grim up north, because you know what? Every single story about the north is how it's grim, and the real life is grim with what Thatcher did to the north as well. So I don't need stories telling me it's grim up north. How about a nice story? How about, like, yes, this is where things could be? I think there needs to be stories that are aspirational, stories that say this is the way things should be, and this is the things, not the way that they are, but the way they ought to be. And that would be a far better story. Because why do I need a story? It's just like, well, that's just like real life. I mean, in some ways it's nice because you see, like, this was life in late 1960s Northern England, and it's an interesting time capsule. But you know what's much nicer than watching Kess to get a glimpse of the past? You watch Paith newsreels, and that's far nicer because it depicts things in a positive way, unlike fucking Kess. So fuck you, Ken Loach, and fuck you whoever wrote A Kestrel for a Knave. Because you clearly have no respect for your characters. Bastard. That really wound me up. You know what? I'm so glad I didn't get to do that for GCSE, because I would, as a matter of protest, been like, well, you've got my write up for it right now. E for effort. But Hobbit misses the finer points of this show, and this shows, and I was like, no, I don't miss the finer points of it. The struggle up north. I'm quite aware what Thatcher did to close the mines, and how it's grim up north, and how the north votes Labour, even though Labour hate the north and working class, and how Edward Heath, another Conservative, when he joined the European Common Market, which was the European Union, but it was missold to people as a thing that would be great for them, was like, oh yeah, you're fishing, Grimsby? You don't need that anymore, fuck you, because it's all going to these mega trawlers from the Dutch and the Spanish. And by the way, the Dutch are scum, and fuck the Spaniards, they never amount to anything. The Spanish had one good thing going once with their Reconquista, and it's been gradually going downhill ever since then. You know what, I don't mind the Spanish too much, but it's our fish, and if you want the fish, you can buy it from us. I remember there was a thing with Jeremy Clarkson, and he was in Spain, probably on Top Gear, and he was nicking some fish from a local Spanish fish market. And they were chasing after him, and he's just like, well, you stole it from our waters. So here's an idea. How about, like, we go and get the fish, because it's our fish. We'll risk our life and limb, because fishing is a very dangerous thing. That's the point. Why aren't there more women fishermen as well? I mean, they always talk about how they're not represented in all these, like, these various fields. So, come on, women. Step up to the plate. Stop being sexist and allowing the men to do all the fishing. But anyway, have the fishermen that are English fish the stuff, and then have 2 lines of electromagnetic coils. Well, that was very dumb. And then if the Spaniards or the Dutch want our fish, they can go and buy the fish from us. And then we'll have some jobs in Grimsby up north. Because, you know what? They used to do fishing. I'm sure some of them would love to be fishermen again. And then we could have industry back there. So that wasn't Labour which did that. That was the Tories. But Tony Blair and subsequent people, they didn't do anything. Hang on. There's motors there. And there's electromagnetic coils there. Oh, for whatever reason, it changed the... it changed what the output was. Well, that's a bit annoying. But anyway, I can only do that because I don't actually have enough to get back in there. So let's see if I can cannibalise some. Let's cannibalise that. Cannibalise that. Cannibalise this. This. I could be requesting bouts, but I don't have much room in my inventory. So... Yeah, because it's filled up with logistics vessels. Thanks, game, where I request 200 and you send 1,000. Now, if I'd been patient, I could have just said, well, look, output them all into this storage crate, and then I can just take some as and when I need it. But, you know. So anyway, what we got here, well, I'll put the maximum load of drones, so they only go up when they got enough. So I'll put motors in there, electromagnetic coils in there, and one of those there. And it seems to be that we don't have enough motors, so I will have a facility building motors. What does one need for a motor? You need 3 ingredients. You need cogs, iron plate, and electromagnetic coils. So all these things demanding electromagnetic coils. What a pain in the arse. And that is why my turbines, unfortunately, aren't doing what they should be. But I think that is enough for now. Kess is a rubbish film. A Nay for Kestrels is a rubbish book. The North is a pleasant place. And it would just be nice if perhaps it was shown in the media not to be so fucking awful. Maybe that could be done at some point. Maybe we could have, like, here's a positive depiction of the North. Would that be so much to ask for? I don't know. Thank you for watching. You may now fuck off.